Nowadays, we can order almost anything with a tap on our smartphones, getting items like Chilean cod or salmon from Norway delivered to Taiwan in just 36 hours. Yet, in the old days, Taipei's locals didn't have it so easy when it came to eating fish. Back then, seafood was transported from the north coast to Jinshan, where fishermen would then carry it over a grueling trail through the stunning Qingtiangang grasslands to sell in Taipei. This path is known as the Fisherman's Trail. Along with seafood, it was used to transport sulfur and tea leaves, serving as a vital commercial route between Taipei and Jinshan 2 centuries ago. Today, let's immerse ourselves into the history of this trail. I'm currently in Jinshan District's Huanggang Fishing Harbor, which is essentially the starting point to the Fisherman's Trail. Although fish no longer need to be carried by hand through the mountains to Taipei, this spot remains a lively and charming little fishing harbor. Yulugudao. Okay. Heading up from here takes you to Jinshan Old Street, a bustling tourist spot with loads of local cuisine and a hot spring park for a relaxing foot soak. Although walking from Jinshan Old Street to the Upper Sulphur Creek entrance takes about 2 hours, and many choose to walk the entire trail for the full experience, buses from Taipei or Jinshan can save you a lot of walking time by taking you directly to the Upper Sulphur Creek parking lot. This is the Upper Sulphur Creek parking lot where the real trailhead is located for the Fisherman's Trail. Facilities here include restrooms, which are a good place for you to prepare for yet another 2-hour journey up the mountain. And after all that walking, I think I gotta go freshen up real quick. Situated within Yangmingshan National Park, this trail includes 2 main routes. The Jinbaoli Trail was built over 300 years ago during the Qing Dynasty for military purposes. However, it was narrow and steep. As a result, the Japanese government later constructed the smoother zigzag Japanese Trail to facilitate artillery transportation. Wow, the stream bed here has a rather peculiar rust-like color, which is a result of sulfur deposits. Hence the name of the stream, Upper Sulphur Creek. You can even smell it. Whoa. Let's look at the map. According to this map, we just walked a very long way to get to here. Nice. And if you go up these stairs up here, we will see 2 different trails. We have the Japanese Trail, which is about 1 kilometer longer than the Jinbaoli Trail. However, the Jinbaoli Trail is a lot steeper, so if you're looking for something a bit more challenging, then you can take that one. And if you just want something a little easier where you can enjoy the scenery, then the Japanese Trail is where it's at. Today though, I will mix both trails. I will pass by several historical sites along the way, including the Jinbaoli Gate, and then eventually ending at Qingtiangang, where both trails take you. It's a long walk, so I think I'm gonna get going. Can you imagine how heavy a basket full of fish would have been? That would be like carrying another me up the mountain. Okay, I actually don't know how much fish weigh in comparison to me, but you get the point. But yeah, fishermen had to start their journey from Jinshan at around 5 a.m. and then trek through the mountains to get to Taipei by nightfall. That sounds incredibly exhausting, and I'm really glad that today we don't need to haul fish up the mountain. Instead, we can enjoy the hike in comfort. In the past, this trail was used for more than just transporting fish. It was a conduit for various activities, including weddings. For instance, if a man from Taipei wanted to marry a woman from Jinshan, the wedding procession had to travel this route to bring the bride to her new home. Over the years, many people's lives have been deeply intertwined with this path. Let's take a look at this over here. This is pretty cool. It doesn't look like much, but this was once a roadside stove that miners used to cook meals. Right here. Wow. You can almost imagine everyone just sitting under the trees, enjoying a hearty meal, enjoying each other's presence, all amidst the hustle of the mining business. Wow. I wonder what kind of meals they cooked though. Okay, maybe I shouldn't think about it too long. I'm gonna get hungry. Walking along the Fisherman's Trail, the scattered remnants of history, and the well-preserved forest canopy give you the haunting feeling of stepping back in time into Taipei as it was a century ago. This is the Xuyan Bridge. As I mentioned, the Fisherman's Trail wasn't just for transporting fish. Tea leaves were also an important commodity transported along this route. Tea farmers would carry bags of tea leaves through the Fisherman's Trail to places like Taipei's Dadaocheng to sell. However, transporting them across this stream bed risked the tea leaves getting wet from rising waters, causing significant losses. So a tea merchant from Shimen named Xuyan funded the construction of this bridge in 1896 to ensure a safe transportation of tea leaves, as well as other road users, like me, or maybe like you. There's a nice breeze, and the dampness of the forest, I think, is also making it feel a bit cool, which is nice. Moving forward to a fork in the road, there are several interesting historical sites worth visiting nearby. So this is the stone quarry. Take a look at this. A conveyor belt. It was used to transport these heavy stone slabs. Wow, Seeing historical sites isn't rare, but it is still really cool to see the relics that helped, well, make those historical sites.
Given that so many people used to pass through here daily, I assume a convenience store along the way would be essential for the hard workers.
This house, known as Hanbing Residence, functioned as the old-time equivalent of a 7-Eleven, providing straw sandals, porridge, and even cakes for travelers. Today, though, it has been converted into this comfortable rest area with pavilions for weary travelers, weary hikers, anybody on the road, to pause and rejuvenate. Take some water. I'm scared.
Returning to the fork in the road, follow the signs toward Qingtiangang on Jinbaoli Trail. The signs along Fisherman's Trail are detailed, providing estimated hiking times, making it easier for hikers to manage their pace.
These terraced plots are actually man-made rice terraces, remnants of the trailside fields. People carved out the trailside fields here to grow rice, sweet potatoes, bamboo shoots, and after the harvest, they would trade with people in nearby areas in exchange for daily necessities, or sell agricultural products to passing travelers. You see, in the past, many people depended on the Fisherman's Trail for their livelihoods, gradually developing a self-sufficient ecosystem. I kind of wonder if they sold lunch boxes or rice dumplings. Sounds like I'm getting hungry.
After being immersed in a mix of cultural and natural beauty along the way, when the dense forest gives way and the open sky appears, it's a sign that Qingtiangang is just ahead. However, this also marks the most challenging part of the entire Fisherman's Trail. Let's conquer it together.